Hello, everybody. Yes, this is another boxing predictions video. First of all, I must I must apologize for my unkempt appearance because I haven't been really feeling that well, last few days. Yeah, so I haven't had the energy to wash my hair simply. So anyway, going ahead with this next weekend, and there are three fights that I will be talking about that are worth talking about actually. First of all, at light heavyweight, Artur Beterbiev, uh, who is I think at least one of the two top two light heavyweights at the moment. He is defending his WBC and IBF titles against a fellow called Adam Deines. Yeah, so this guy is actually born in Russia but fights out of Germany. About equal height as Beterbiev. And he's got 19 wins, 10 by KO, and 1 loss on points and 1 draw. Deines. While Beterbiev, of course, has only victories and all by knockout. 15 of them. Yeah. Of course, what else can one expect here by another dominant knockout victory by Beterbiev? Even though he hasn't fought actually for that will be a year and a half, 5 months. But still, I don't think that should really have so much effect on him. So I think, of course, the safest bet here is to go for a knockout. Yeah, anytime between the first and the 10th round, I'd say. I don't know. I don't think it will go as far as 10 rounds. 6, maybe 7. No, I don't think it will go more than that. Be longer. Alright, and then we have a cruiserweight fight, which is very interesting actually because it is between an undefeated prospect and a guy who was a world champion before. So it's Lawrence Okolie versus Krzysztof Glowacki. Yeah, that's right. So Okolie is now 15-0 with 12 KOs, of course, and Glowacki is 31-2 with 19 knockouts, and he was stopped in his last fight, but that was a very controversial stoppage. It was a foul. Actually, it should have been a disqualification for Breeze. But anyway, Okolie is much taller. He's 5 inches taller than Glowacki, so he's 6'5", and he is 28, while Glowacki is wait, I can't find. He must be older than that, right? I'm sure. So anyway, let's see where this fight will be happening. Oh yeah, that's right, in Wembley. So it's all kind of loaded. I'd say in Okolie's favor. So the WBO title, which is vacant, is on the line here. So Mr. Okolie, I guess, is I don't know. He has mostly been impressive, in most of his fights and scored and has won most of them by TKO, within 7 rounds. So I don't know really. I don't know how much Glowacki has left in him. But he would have to really fight, the best that he can. Fight the best fight of his life to win here. Of course, I kind of think he will go the distance because, as I said, he hasn't been stopped for real yet. He's a very tough guy, Glowacki. And yeah, he is simply. Actually, I don't think Okolie is better, actually, in any way, but I don't know, really. This is a fight. That's why it's going to be exciting to see, really, what happens, because either Okolie can be impressive and win and, earn a world title, or Glowacki may be, dominant and show himself as a better fighter, which he perhaps, well, he was anyway, once upon a time, but I'm not so sure about now anyway. Yeah, so the safest bet I think would be a points victory for Okolie. Yeah, because even if Glowacki does better, which I don't know. I don't know how big a chance it is that he wins more rounds. But even if he should, there is still not guarantee that he will get it from the judges. So, yeah, Okolie will have to go with 12 rounds. I think that would be the first time in his life, actually. Or no, not the first time. Yeah, that's right. He went 12 against Maddie Askin. That was once. Yeah, so that's Okolie Glowacki. I think Okolie wins some points. I can even see a draw maybe, but I don't think they would. I'm not sure. I don't think they would do that to Okolie at home. So. But you never know. Of course, we have seen similar situations before. Alright, and then finally the biggest fight by far, I'd say, is at welterweight between Vergil Ortiz Jr. and Maurice Hooker. So this is a really, really, really exciting matchup, and Hooker is coming off a loss, or not directly, but not so long ago in 2019 he was stopped and beaten for the first time by Jose Carlos Ramirez. Sorry. So Ortiz has also come off perhaps his best victory so far against Samuel Vargas, or one of the best. He knocked Vargas out in 7 rounds. So he's got only knockouts so far of 16 wins. Vargas, and Hooker has got 18 knockouts of 27. 1 loss, 3 draws. Actually, Hooker is slightly taller than Ortiz, but only by an inch, And but the reach advantage, wow, it's really huge. Holy crap. Hooker's got a heavyweight's reach. Oh man. I don't know if this is an error or whatever, but it says his reach is 80 inches actually. Wow. It's the same as Vladimir, I think, or no, just a little smaller than Vladimir Klitschko's by an inch. Shit, man. And Ortiz doesn't have a big reach. It's the identical as his height. So, Ortiz has been, of course, very impressive and dominant, and he's exciting puncher, knockout artist. But of course, this will be a step up for him, definitely. And Hooker, of course, has more experience from these kind of fights, So this is for vacant WBO international welter title. So Hooker actually, he was the WBO super lightweight or light welter champion before, from 2018 to 2019. So he's beaten some good fighters, but of course, there is nothing that suggests that he should be a clear favorite, of course, against Vergil Ortiz. But still, it will be interesting to see how Ortiz does. There's someone that is a little bit more, experienced and can box. He can use his height, I guess, well, and jab and reach, not least. Even though that didn't help him against Ramirez, but anyway, we'll see. No, he's fighting at another weight also, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes for Hooker. If his power maybe will get better, because when men of his height, and size fight at a lower weight class, then they should maybe, or then they could. Sometimes their power also suffers because they have to, cut weight before fight and all that stuff. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm trying. This is a pretty hard fight actually to predict, because Vargas has so far really done very well, been nothing but impressive, of course. But still, as I said, he hasn't really been in there with a real world class guy, especially except for Mauricio Herrera, who was faded by the time Vargas knocked him out, So, and who he was always more like a gatekeeper, not a true, pound for pound top fighter that Herrera. So, yeah, but I still think Vargas may pull it off. He's very aggressive. He's very fast. He hits very hard, and he will give Hooker definitely big problems. So anything can happen, as we have seen time and time and again. Sometimes there is a cut. The guy who was winning, he's suddenly the loser. Sometimes the judges screw them. Sometimes it all happens. So that's why this is mostly done for fun. This stuff that I do, because I I know it's almost impossible to always keep predicting fight results correctly. So, but yeah, I would say maybe just on the strength of his far last performances that Vargas will, and Hooker being stopped, that can take some steam out of you also. That Vargas wins, yeah, I don't know, maybe sometimes in between 8 and 12 by a stoppage actually. Alright, so that was all my predictions for this week. I hope you enjoy those fights, and I'll see you. Bye bye.